keep in touch with you, let you know what we're doing, what we have in the short term. We don't really talk too much medium and long term at this point, mainly just because we've got some tricks up our sleeves. We want to kind of keep them hidden until we're ready to deploy them. So I hope everybody's excited about what we've got in store. We've got some updates today we want to talk about. Just let you know what we're doing, when we're doing it, how we're doing it. Let's see if Jeremy's Telegram client wants to cooperate. Obviously, I'm having issues too. I don't even have video. I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the video. Did my video come up a minute ago?
Yeah, your video was coming up and you had no audio.
Yeah. Well, looks like we got about 20 people in here so far. Sorry, I missed what you were just saying, Jeff, but yeah, excited to do this again. I'm going to still try to get this video pulled up, but yeah. So Jeff has got some stuff to share about the wallet, and we just really wanted to address the community's questions that as we've grown over the last 48 hours, we've increased in holders up to just over 1,200 now, which has been great. We've seen a lot of growth. CoinMarketCap listing really catapulted that too. We're getting a lot of traffic from that now, and we're pushing out that marketing campaign, which I mentioned last night for anybody that wasn't in here, with the marketing professionals that are getting a whole package put together for us. So we're excited for that to be launched. I'm going to be talking to them today to finalize everything. So you'll start seeing that trickle out pretty soon. And and we have some stuff we want to talk about the wallet, but really we want to just kind of talk to you guys and see if you have any questions about anything and your thoughts on the project.
That's exactly true. This is for your benefit, the community, and we're really today here for an AMA. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like us to address, that's what we're here to do today. We're also going to give you some updates, like Jeremy was saying, on the Apollo wallet beta test. So what should we get to first, Jeremy? What do you think?
Let's. I think we should talk about the wallet a little bit, just to kind of generate some questions, because people might have some questions about that. I know that last night when I was in here just hanging out with you guys, a few questions came up. So if you want to tell everybody kind of how the beta is going with what we've had so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, I just want to thank everybody that's already participated in the Apollo Coin wallet beta test. It's been a small core group, mainly consisting of technical people. We've got some of our best contacts who are programmers and into blockchain and other development aspects. Those have been our first round of beta testers, and they've given me a wealth of feedback. And so currently, they're still beta testing, but they've given me most of the feedback they're going to give in the short term. And so doing at the current moment is implementing all the feedback that I've gotten, and some of it's really critical. Other stuff's just a little blemish here or there that's being corrected. But the good news is that we're well on track to release the second version of the beta test, and so that's going to be rolled out to a much wider audience. So if you've already signed up as of today, then you for the invite to the beta test, everybody that's signed up as of today will be in the second beta test. So if you haven't already signed up, you should try to do that before the end of the day. That'll be the cutoff. So anybody that signs up tomorrow or onwards will be part of the third beta test. And so that way, we're not going to let everybody in constantly until, we're going to keep just letting more and more people in, but we're going to do it on a first come, first served basis. And we're really, really looking forward to getting feedback from, our holders, the general audience, people that are, because like I said, right now, my beta testers are all basically highly technical. And so it'll be really nice when you guys are testing, and I know some of you are highly technical, and other of you are, at a different skill level, and that's perfect because we need, everybody from beginner to expert in crypto to be using our wallet and giving us feedback so we can improve it. So, are there any questions right now about the Apollo Coin wallet and its beta testing?
One question I had last night that wasn't able to be answered yet was, does it have the capability, or are there plans to give it the capability to be able to exchange between blockchains, like, for example, converting BNB to Ethereum?
That's a fantastic question. And so I will tell you with certainty that the initial beta versions will not have that functionality, but that is a medium to long term goal of the project. In fact, that was part of the origins of wanting to create the wallet. So it is very core and critical to our roadmap, but it's not going to be there day one and probably won't even be there day 90, but it will be there. That's the goal.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up again, man. I did talk to Jeff about that and that functionality. So I appreciate that. Did you have another question? It looked like you were going to speak.
Oh, no, I was just saying awesome. Just to recap the message I sent you, I was basically saying that I don't know of any other wallet that has a native token, has the ability to trade and exchange between blockchains, and then I forget the other feature, but yeah, this sounds like it's going to be the first wallet to do everything all at once eventually.
Yeah, it's very core to our roadmap and our overall long-term vision and strategy. The wallet is like what I would term as a foundational part of our business strategy, both short, medium, and long term. Yeah, and like you said, there isn't any wallet out there that does exactly that. So we're striving to set ourselves apart in as many ways as possible, and that goes from just utility and functional differences that are unique, but also from what I understand, some of our marketing ideas are getting pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in what we have going on. But I'd love to hear any more questions that anyone's got regarding the wallet or anything else, really.
For the wallet, even though you said you can do BNB to ETH, you're going to have it where you can transfer BUSD to BNB as well, I would assume.
Yeah, all that stuff would be there day one, like I was saying. That's more because we have another utility thing. It's called I don't know if this is the final name, but it's basically the working name is like the Apollo Coin Exchange or the Apollo Coin Dex. It's a decentralized exchange, and that will be fully integrated in with our wallet once it launches. And that itself will provide the mechanism to do a lot of swapping and trading and stuff of that nature. And it will be decentralized so that you're not, using some. It's not like we would be the holders of your crypto. It'd all be, decentralized and autonomous.
All right, now I got two other questions. How many tokens are you going to be able to handle on this for transferring? Number one, and number two, what's the security features on the wallet?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, in terms of what tokens, are you saying what tokens does it support, or
like how something like I'll bring up SafeMoon, right? They can't do.
Sure.
They can only do say I don't know the exact count. Say maybe 150 tokens or 100 tokens, and then different tokens actually have to register with SafeMoon to be put on that wallet. Even though you can put their address in or decimal points, it's all over the damn place because it's not registered with SafeMoon technically. So how many of those tokens is what I'm getting at? Are they going to have to register with you? Are you going to start off with like the basic, say 100 top BNB or BSC tokens and so on?
Yeah. So it's kind of like, and that's a great question, by the way. So it works like this. So if the smart contract for a token, if it has the typical like entry points and functions, like transfer and approve and just all the basic stuff of ERC20 token, like that compatibility is there. So if you've got a smart contract address, you can add a custom token. In terms of how many tokens are going to ship at launch, with the beta, I'm only supporting a few because we really, I mean, there's, as you know, just so many cryptocurrencies out there. And it's not too hard for me to add cryptos into the wallet. So if there's big community or even any type of like request for like, hey, can you add support for this token into the wallet? That's pretty easy for me to do. And like I said, you'll be able to add your own tokens if you have a smart contract address. Something like SafeMoon, for instance, like that's not going to work out of the box because it's got, some things that make it deviate from a standard ERC20 token, or or a Binance version of that. And so, in that sense, not every token's going to work. Like it's got to be kind of like it can't have a bunch of crazy stuff like you're saying. It needs approval. But yeah, so things like BUSD, no problem. Things like SafeMoon, that's going to take some work. If there's demand, like if you guys are like, hey, we really want SafeMoon support, that's something I can add. And it's not extremely difficult. But I would like to get community feedback on what coins to support, and that's something that I think you guys would be hungry to tell us, like, hey, add support for this crypto, this one, and that's great because that gives us like two-way communication. You guys can tell us what you need, and we can provide it. Now, in terms of security, this is a non-custodial wallet. So that means like we never, you enter your private key or your seed, and it's never sent anywhere, other than programmatically hashed or whatnot in order to sign your transactions and stuff. It's sent to it's never stored. There's no communication with our servers. It's completely decentralized in that sense. It's a wallet that it allows you to have as many wallets open. So a lot of wallets will be like, oh, you can have one Ethereum address or one Binance address. But in a Coin wallet, you can have as many different wallets as you want from different networks and stuff. And part of that is that security-wise, like I said, it's not storing any of your information. It never saves your private key. Like the private key never gets written to a file or a database. The seeds never get written to a file or a database. It's all non-custodial. So essentially, you have some like longer-term vision for some of the, like we Jeremy probably won't appreciate me saying this, but like we do have goals of launching a hardware wallet version of this at some point. And like I said, Jeremy might not want me saying that because that's kind of like spilling beans is something that we're not ready to do. But we have really big plans is what I'm getting at with this. And security-wise, it's just your basic non-custodial wallet. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense because obviously everything's stored on the blockchain. But yep. I got one other question because you brought up wallet and not the one you just referred to. So like TW with the app, I would assume it's going to be a software wallet, obviously. How many wallets can you have within it? So like TW, I can have up to 10 wallets. Is this just going to be, hey, I can only have one Apollo wallet, or within that Apollo wallet, can I have up to 10 or up to 5 additional wallets so I have additional BNB addresses and so on. So, like as new tokens come out, I really don't want to share my main wallet BNB, in case something happens. Is that feature going to be available to have multiple ones with inside of it? And then also, are you going to be able to, so you will be able to, you said?
Yes. Basically, the limit to the number of wallets is like the limit to your hard drive storage space and your memory.
On the device. Yeah. And then thanks for answering it. And then my last question, and I'm done. Are you going to be able to have a watch wallet inside of it? So as I'm not making trades, I can at least still see my price. I don't have to worry about someone, compromising it, so to say.
Yes. So it has an address book, right? And so as you add addresses, you will enter like your seed phrase or your private key when you're initially adding it. And that's if you're importing a wallet. You can also create wallets, and obviously then it gives you the seed and private keys. But basically, since it never stores the private keys, the address book only stores your public keys, but it's marked as yours. And so you get stats in your portfolio for every wallet that you've got the private key or the seed for, that you've either created in the wallet itself or imported. But like I said, it doesn't store the private key or the seed. So all it has is the public key, and it uses that to check your balance. And so then your portfolio reflects every single wallet that you have in Apollo Coin wallet.
That's awesome, because I obviously Trust Wallet doesn't do that to show an aggregate amount of all of the wallets together. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah, and you also from the address book screen, you do of course get individual balances for each wallet too, in its native currency.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, that's what's nice. I actually had it on mute and Jeremy starts talking. that's actually real neat. You can see the lump sum, so to say, of everything in one, and then it also isolates it as well. Yep. So it's actually real nice. So nice.
Is there any other wallet out there that does that right now that anybody knows of?
Not that I know of. Not all the ones. I have MetaMask, SafeMoon, and TrustMoon. Not one of them does that currently. You have to switch between wallet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see it. And it's individual balances, so you have to add them all together.
So one other thing I wanted to mention is that so far with the first round of beta testing, everybody's been they're people I know in real life, like real technical people, and they're not on this Telegram group, and they're not really big like in social media circles and stuff like that. And so if we'd rolled the beta testing out to everybody, for instance, like you would be seeing screenshots constantly, and that's one thing that's kind of missing. If you notice, like, hey, where are all the screenshots, the promo material, the videos and stuff? And the reason why that's not popping up is, like I said, the people testing just aren't really the type of people that post that type of content. But we are gearing into a marketing phase where we're going to heavily promote the wallet. And part of that, of course, is you need eye candy, you need visual representation, you need screenshots and videos that show it functioning and show its aesthetics. And so that's something that we're going to start trickling out starting today. So around 5 p.m. Pacific, we're going to start trickling out some screenshots, and then that's just going to continue to snowball until, several weeks from now, we ramp it into a full-on marketing assault. Although the details of all that stuff, I'm the tech guy. I am 100% not the marketing guy. So that's just my understanding. Jeremy might want.
Yeah, because we got to get the word out for this to everybody, especially when it's not in the beta anymore. Once we've gotten all your feedback and we've implemented the things that we want to, we need to tell the world about it, So you guys doing the beta testing are going to help be part of what Apollo Coin Wallet's going to evolve into. But then, I'm going to have to get it spread out to as many outlets as possible. So it'll be a full-on marketing campaign with press releases and everything else along with it, videos, YouTube analysis of it. So we're going to have a really strong marketing campaign for this, because this is our foundational utility, as Jeff was saying, and I mentioned it last night. This builds the foundation for everything that we're going to be doing. And to not touch too much on it again, but the intentions down the road, are to have a hardware wallet too. So that's a tangible item that you can touch and feel, which is really cool. And their hardware wallets are really secure in that they're off of the networks. So, but that's of course down the road. But we'll have a full-fledged marketing campaign for it, separate from what we've already got launching with the next either later today, tomorrow, probably tomorrow, next couple of days. We might wait till the weekend's over to get that done, or to get that fully launched. But yeah, and then you guys telling everybody about it too, taking your own screenshots and telling everybody about what your thoughts are on it. If it's good, bad, and everything else, that's going to be huge for us too, because our community is very strong right now. We have a real good core group in the community of support, and you going out and posting on all the social media outlets of Twitter, everything else, and talking about it, are going to get people engaged. And it might reach somebody that we wouldn't have reached in our marketing campaign, because you can't account for everything in a marketing campaign. So you guys telling everybody, and then the word of mouth direct to people that your circle of influence. And that's not only just for the Apollo Coin wallet, that's for everything, that the token itself in general and just the project overall. And that's I can't even quantify what that kind of marketing is worth, but that it's the most powerful kind of marketing that there is out there. But we are going to be putting a full campaign for it.
Sorry, I got one more question.
Go ahead.
Within the wallet, are you going to be able to stake?
That is one of the other, to be totally honest, 100% frank, I was using the Exodus wallet maybe 6 months ago, and I was noticing just some of the stuff they did behind the hood. And there's things I loved about the Exodus wallet, and there was many things I hated. And I was like, man, I can do a better version of this. And one of the things that they have is really easy staking. And that's something that I want to provide with the Apollo Coin wallet, is to make it absolutely easy to stake. But that's, again, one of those kind of medium term goals. So at launch, there's no staking, but it is definitely on the roadmap. It's highly important to us, and it was part of the original inspiration for creating the wallet to begin with.
Gotcha. Thanks. Yeah, no, I don't expect it all, obviously, to be done on day one. That's to work the kinks out and stuff like that. I was just curious, because some TW you can stake actually WBNB. And I'm not trying to promote them in any means. I just want to make sure your wallet's top notch, obviously. But you have upwards of 5 to 20%. You stake it at 7 days, and then you get your full return in 14 days. So if people have, I just have say $500 in there, might as well try to earn an extra $50 at 10% for 7 days. It'd be pointless not to. You know what I mean? So it's just a nice feature on it. And then the fees obviously would go back to Apollo, because you would have to charge what you want for, obviously using whoever X for your staking company. You know what I mean? So just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I'm glad you touched on it, because like I said, it really is one of the core inspirations behind the whole creation of the Apollo Coin wallet. It was always my intention to make staking easy, and part of that is because there is and I'm just being totally honest here, but there is a financial gain, a motivation to want to provide staking services, because we would get a slight cut.
Jeff, jump in with some comments. I think it's extremely impressive that we're already in the beta phase, and this project is less than a week old. So it's just a good testament to how much work you and Jeremy have put into this before, going to market. And for a project this early to have a product that's being launched is super impressive. My question is, within the wallet, is there any way to build a functionality in that would be if someone holds, for example, 1 trillion tokens of APX, they would have access to advanced or premium features. Is that something you've considered?
Oh my God, that is such a good idea. I have not considered that, but I'm going to write it down right now because that's awesome. Thanks, AD.
Hey, start saving your ideas, AD. We can go to them afterwards, off the record.
Yeah, well, and that's part of the whole beta, right? Is to get feedback and and add functionality that might have not been considered before. So, one person, two people, a team of people can only think of so much until it's in your guys' hands and you're actually using it every day. There's going to be new things that come up and functionality that can be added to it. But that's why we're excited for the beta, for you guys to be a part of what we're able to build and where we're going with this.
Do you guys reckon it could get me a beer from the fridge? Because it's going to do everything else.
I just want to point out that, like AD said, I'm actually very impressed. You guys launched that token, just say a week ago, and you guys already have the. So obviously everything was pre-planned ahead of time. You can look at other tokens that took them 8-9 months, and you guys are already way ahead of others. So I give you guys kudos for that for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I would also say like
wallet for anything else. Go ahead, AD.
I'll just say the projects I have invested in that have done 20, 50, I wish more, but let's say that range of return, they've really taken this strategic approach where they came to market with something concrete and something very scalable. So I think that's what this wallet is. And the DeFi space is only growing. So 2022, you're going to see a huge influx of, mainstream CEX investors come into DeFi. And, it's a huge opportunity to be in the space right now. And the fact that we're going right now is huge.
Yeah, exactly. It's time to get in. And this is just another real testament of Jeff's abilities. He's just a wizard with this stuff. With the programming of it and everything, and having something that we have real tangible utility right from the jump. But also, like, the functionality of it is already, in my opinion, going to be miles ahead of other wallets. We don't necessarily have the Android app or the iOS app at this time, but that's coming down the road, of course. But to have the functionality of what the wallet that he's built is just tremendous right from the jump. So it's a real testament to Jeff. He's amazing at what he does.
Are you guys going to hold off on releasing the wallet until the iOS and Android versions are ready to go? Because obviously there's a massive part of the market that use those systems.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we're in full beta testing mode, and so that'll allow people to obviously test the wallet on desktop, whether it's on Mac or Linux or Windows. We do have a pretty short time frame to get onto Android, so it's not like Android is going to be neglected for very long. iOS is a bigger question mark for me, and I do agree with you that, like, the ideal scenario is to launch on all platforms at once. If that's attainable, that's what we do. But if the only thing's missing is iOS, and that's a big thing, like, we want iOS support, we want to support iPhones. But if that's like the only thing that's missing from our launch, I think we may just push forward with the launch. And if we didn't, we'd still have public downloads available, and we might still call it beta at that point. But I guess we really haven't nailed down if we would launch without the. I mean, as far as we've talked, like, the plan has been to just go forward with what we have. But the time frame on iOS, that's something that we're trying to pin down, and right now we don't have a good answer. Part of it is that you're at the mercy of Apple to approve you, and a lot of times it's basically, it feels like an automated submission process. I've actually launched several apps onto Android and iOS, and some of the iOS projects, we're talking projects with millions of dollars of funding, would take 6 to 8 months for Apple to approve after going through multiple rejections, and the rejection reasons were all invalid because no human actually looked. And so once we finally got a human to look at our project, they're like, oh, and it was just approved. And it was like, cool, well, we just lost so much revenue waiting for Apple to approve our app that, and so that's kind of the situation I don't want to see us in, is that every other person, every other platform has to wait for Apple to approve us, because they could approve us in a day, or it could take a year, or they could just straight reject us, because it's at the end of the day up to their discretion, and Apple's going to do whatever Apple's going to do to make them money. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, and I touch on that too. Is that's kind of where I'm coming into play too with this. Is Jeff's going to have the programming ready. It's not going to be a matter of, is this going to be a product that could launch on iOS? It'll be ready. It's going to be a matter of, getting that real people to look at it, having an inside source to help us get that to market faster than if we just went through a standard application. So that's what I'm working on too, is building the connections and resources to be able to make something like that attainable. But yeah, Jeff will have that ready to go. Is for whenever we can get it in Apple's hands, basically. So it won't be a matter of the functionality of the app. It'll just be a matter of getting approved and launched on the App Store.
Yeah, cool. Possibly a dumb question. Is it can you, for example, use the Apollo wallet on Windows, and then because obviously the functionality you're talking about is pretty incredible, and then on an iOS use in the short term use a different wallet to access the same wallet essentially?
Yes, and that's not a dumb question. That's a really good question. So the answer is absolutely yes. I actually, myself, as a developer, doing all the blockchain Web 3.0 stuff, I often use multiple wallets, including the Apollo Coin wallet and MetaMask and the Binance wallet for the exact same wallets. And part of that is just as long as you have like the seed or the private key, you can enter that into Apollo Coin wallet or something like MetaMask, and they can be active at the exact same time. There's nothing that conflicts there, and that's because they're non-custodial wallets. That's really the key. Short answer is yes, though.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks very much.
No problem.
I had a question about programming possibilities, since you like the idea of potentially being exclusive for people above a certain holding level. Could there also possibly be an exclusive feature that allows you to transfer APX tokens between other Apollo wallets without the transaction fee?
Yeah, so I actually I did figure out how to do that pretty easily. So it is already on my roadmap. It's something I do want to discuss with the entire team together, because there's some implications of it. Basically some things that could be abused that I won't say any more than that, but I have figured out a way to do that to make the wallet allow fee-less transfers, but I just have to talk to the whole team and get their opinion on some of the implications of that.
Got it. From what I gather, technically the user can still do a fee-less transfer just by importing their seed phrase from one wallet to another. And so this would be more of a convenience boost, unless I understand that wrong, for people who use the Apollo wallet.
Yeah, so you can import your wallet into Apollo Coin wallet, and you won't incur any transaction fee to use that wallet with your previous account, with your previous wallet. But the issue is let's say you've got a friend that you're trying to send some Apollo coin to, and you're trying if let's say you're using Apollo coin wallet and they're using Apollo coin wallet, I have figured out a method where you could send to your friend who's also using Apollo coin wallet, and then there would be no fee because you're both using Apollo coin wallet. But it's not, like I said, there's some implications of allowing that I have to get everybody's permission in the team, and there's some security issues that come with that. And so I don't know if it's something that will end up shipping, but it is possible. But the ability to bring your Apollo coin wallet or whatever wallet you have that's got Apollo coin, you can always bring that into Apollo coin wallet with no fee.
Is the way you're talking about, Jeff, by distinguishing between a transfer between wallets as opposed to a buy or sell transaction?
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part of that.
Is the way you're talking about distinguishing between a transfer transaction as opposed to a buy or sell transaction? So a buy or sell still incurs the tax, but a transfer doesn't.
Yeah, essentially, yes. That is basically what I'm talking about.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Jeff, and just one thing on that, I did. When I do look through the contract, I see that there is a way for the owner within the contract to make certain wallets exempt from fees. But I think that's what you were referring to for, transferring to a buddy. But
well, actually, it's a little bit different, because what it would be is setting up a new smart contract that essentially is already whitelisted through that function. And then all the transfers go through this other smart contract that is already whitelisted, and then it handles the distribution and also any programmatic calls that it needs to make. But like I said, the problem is and I guess I'll just expose the flaw while we're talking about it. The problem is that once you know that contract address and it's publicly accessible, then you don't really need the wallet to get around the fees. So that's really the holdup.
And just on our roadmap, when we do have a hardware wallet, that's going to be a really nice feature, because right now with most coins, you need to pay a tax to bring it into your hardware wallet. So that would be pretty cool down the line if we could figure out how to make that efficient.
Yeah, feeless for sure. We want that to be feeless.
AJ, I had a question. On the functionality of the wallet, because I believe you mentioned to me at one point that, and this is what was kind of attractive to me, or one part that is that you could have the wallet generate multiple wallets all at once, as if you just put in, I need this many wallets, and it'll generate it with the private keys, rather than having to go in and click new wallet, add wallet, all the stuff that Trust Wallet makes you go through. I don't know if that's correct.
So in regards to that, that is something that the software can do. It's not exposed to the user at this point. It's something that I just do through code. So for instance, if I need 10 wallets, I just go into the code and make it loop 10 times. But it's really easy for me to provide a interface for the users to do that. I just haven't done that yet.
That makes sense. And if the user wants that, it's nice that you can deliver that. But I don't know if there's a real need out there for it. I've had a need for it personally, and I know you have, but I don't know if your general consumer would need that kind of functionality. But it'll be interesting to hear from you guys.
I would say, given your explanation, even as a holder, now that I understand the risk with the whole new contract address, I would say I would forego the convenience of free transfer from personal to personal wallet, because that doesn't just affect the dev team, that affects the consumer. If people learn how to hack a transfer through the new smart contract, then we're all losing our reflection.
Good point, Matt.
Yeah, and it's a feature that if if it's implemented, that you'd want to have with our own wallet to attract more people to use our wallet in general. But we do appreciate that not trying to, as a holder, long-term holder, you wouldn't want to game the system either.
Given that no one else is doing it, I don't know whether it's something that's really marketable as a point of difference. You're right, it's convenience, but beyond that, I don't know if it's something that's absolutely necessary.
Are you talking about the internal transfers in the Apollo?
Correct. The untaxed transfers between wallets.
Well, and there's a potential there that it could be marketable in that, like you just said, nobody else is even doing that. That anything that sets us apart could be a benefit, but I could also be definitely be wrong that that's not an item that is worth marketing or not. But I know that down the road, delivering a hardware wallet, and if we're able to make that feeless transfer from those two, that's a very marketable item. And because that's, I don't know of any other one that's able to do that right now.
Oh, that's really easy too. Like I already know how we could, because it's just that function ADU is talking about. Like as we roll each hardware wallet out, we've already basically got an address for it, and we just whitelist the address, and boom, it's done.
Yeah, guys, Jeff delivering more utility. Well, we still have to deliver on the hardware wallet, but that's a ways down the road. So, what are the questions you guys have? Those are some really good questions.
I actually got disconnected for a little time earlier. When did you guys say you'll be rolling out the graphics for the UI?
This afternoon, 5 p.m. Pacific time is when we'll start rolling out some graphics for everybody to see. I know you're excited about it, so we'll get it out there in Telegram, and I'll make a few posts for Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, so that it is accessible, and I'll link the sign up to it as well for more people to sign up.
Awesome, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? It's covered a lot of good stuff about the wallet, but it doesn't necessarily just have to be about the wallet. It could be about anything in general about the project. Anybody new we'd love to hear from that's became a holder with over the last few days.
What ended up happening with that the video, Jeremy? Were you putting together a video for Instagram?
Yep, it's going to be finalized today. There's a little bit of delay on there, but I'm going to have it ready to go today. Hopefully about the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and then I don't know what that is in Zulu time. But so I'm going to try to get that rolled out this afternoon. It should be ready to go, though.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep, thank you for the question. I want to say thanks to Greg's dad and Homie the Omi for taking the initiative on the Reddit. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to go see the Reddit page, the Apollo Coin subreddit, but if you haven't, go take a look at it. They've started getting that built up. So I appreciate you guys jumping in and doing that.
Hey, man.
Awesome.
We would love some other posts, so it's just not Greg's dad and Homie the Omi on there, though. We need some other names on there, too. So any posts on there would be appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I can't stress enough for everybody on whether it's Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere we're at is, likes and upvotes and everything else like that are great. But where we really win is on comments, so that people, because upvotes and likes and everything can be spoofed, but comments, it's very hard to spoof a comment. So you guys getting out there and sharing your excitement about the project and and anything. Like, it doesn't have to be all positive. If you have some concerns, bring that up too, and we'll help address anything that we can. But comments are huge for it, and anybody that can post something new on the subreddit, that's a good spot to go and shill your BUSD rewards. You know, you don't want to share too much, but you can. I've seen a lot of other subreddits, people in there take little screenshots of their the dollar amount of their BUSD and kind of just cut everything else out. But shilling all that stuff, any sort of excitement, any posts, any information that you guys want to share about it, and we'd really appreciate it. And I know so will Greg's dad and homie.
Also, if you have any like questions or concerns, I mean, I think that's a great place to post them. Like, hit the Reddit page with a post, and then because other people are most likely going to have the same questions that you do, so then they could just refer back to that, and then they could look at the answers instead of bogging down our Telegram chat with the same questions over and over again. We could have them all in one place.
100%. That's a great point there. It can be an area for people to go and as a frequently asked questions kind of deal. So that's a great point there. And so anybody that can go in there and share any of that stuff. Somebody we pinned, I don't know who it was, so I apologize. They put a nice little breakdown of kind of buying the Apollo coin and getting Trust Wallet set up real quick. Just a very short, concise little thing, but even stuff like that helps getting out there. Slippage, any of those questions, we can always put them in that subreddit, and it's a good resource for people to go in, because Telegram things can get lost. There's a lot of back and forth going on in the Telegram and a lot of hype and everything. So the good messages kind of get buried and lost in the weeds. We try to pin what we can, but Reddit would be a great source for that. So I do appreciate that.
I sent a message. I don't know whether you anyone on here has heard of LSP TV as well. I sent him a DM the other day and asked him just to, yesterday, just to have a look at the project and see what his thoughts are. Don't know if anything will come from it, but worth a shot.
I could, not to interrupt you, but I can reach out to him. I deal with him personally. So I'll send him a DM. I actually just posted a video for him not too long ago, like 5 minutes ago. So I'll reach out to him and see what he's willing to do, so to say.
Yeah, well, he's done stuff on a couple of other projects. I definitely think it's worthwhile if if this is something that grabs his attention and he's interested in. I think we'll get a fair bit of reach from that.
Agree. Yeah, I'll shoot the DM real quick, and I'll share it with Jeremy, the response.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Anything like that is very helpful. I'm recording this AMA too. I'm gonna get it. Unfortunately, it's not a live video. I don't know. I will get that squared away for the next one. But I do have this audio recording at least, and so we'll get that shared out there too. So we can start pointing people to this too, to kind of see what's going on in the community and some of these questions that they might have as they come into the project about the project in general. But the Apollo Coin wallet, I think we touched on a lot of good stuff in this with that Apollo Coin wallet, and so but I'll make sure to get that out there too.
That's awesome. And I do appreciate everybody's questions today. And if there's any final questions, we are going to wrap this up, I think, pretty shortly here.
Yeah, on the hour. Or maybe sooner.
Yeah, I think I did say everything that I was intending to say, but I do appreciate our community. You guys have been fantastic. This is your project. We work for you. You're our boss. So tell us what you need from us, how we can make your life better, what utilities you need, features, questions, comments, concerns. Like I said, this is your project. You're our boss. Please let us know what we can do. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's well said, Jeff. It's it goes back to our main mission statement of our mission to the moon begins with you. It's true. Everything that you guys do and help and building the community and everywhere else, it's tremendous, and the support that we've had has been overwhelming, and we really appreciate it. And just like we have more mods now that are helping out with Telegram. Greg's dad and homie right now helping out with the Reddit community. So the more help that we get, the more that Jeff and I can focus on the higher level items. And so we really appreciate all the support that you guys give. And it's important for everybody else in the community too. It sets us apart and sets you guys apart when you're answering questions and helping out and diving in and just helping your fellow holders, anybody that's involved in crypto. So it's a hard world to navigate through, and anybody that can be a guide is a blessing. So we really appreciate everybody doing all that for us.
Well said.
Well, we got some people here that are more tech savvy than myself. One new guy question I have is with Trust Wallet. I am unable with an Android to screenshot my balance. So if I wanted to show like my BUSD rewards, does anybody know a hack other than me taking a picture of my phone with another phone to get a shot of my Trust Wallet?
Well, one thing I'll say is that I'm working on an update for the rewards dashboard that will show you your how much you've been awarded in the past. Right now, it only shows an outstanding balance. But in terms of a timeline of when the dashboard update's going to be out, I don't have a definitive date because the Apollo Coin wallet is kind of taking precedence in my time at the moment. But that will be an option in the relatively near short term, within a week or two, I'd say is max.
Okay, yeah, that'd be an even better fix.
Yeah, and I'm not real familiar with the Android not being able to take that screenshot. I know. Do you use a passcode? I don't know if you can even disable that on the Android version of Trust Wallet, but I don't know if that's a security feature that you could disable as it is, so that you might not be able to. But somebody else might have some.
I can tell is in the settings I can disable my passcode, or I can go to two-factor authentication or whatever, but it doesn't give me an option to disable the screenshot. But I do know my friends with Trust Wallet with iPhones are able to do screenshots. So it's like the only limiting factor I could see that Android has.
Yeah, I don't personally use it on Android, so I apologize I'm not more help there. But I do appreciate you trying to help out and go shill your rewards. But I'll look into it too, and I'll send you a DM if I find anything.
Much appreciated.
So I am seeing or hearing, Trust Wallet being mentioned a lot. That's I guess what I'll do is I'll install that too on Android and just mess around with it, because I've messed around with a lot of wallets. Honestly, I've never touched Trust Wallet, so I'm gonna give it a go, and I'll check to see if I can do screenshots. I'm an Android user myself, and yeah, and I'll talk to Jeremy about that too.
Yeah, it's well, I don't blame you for not using Trust Wallet, because it doesn't really have the functionality that you require for what you do for us every day. So
also just something to note for our new app, like make it work for Android on the new app that we're making.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's about time to wrap this up. Appreciate y'all being here. We're going to be active in the community today too. Jeff's going to be working hard on the Apollo Coin wallet, getting everything ready for that. I'm going to be doing some marketing, but I'm going to try and jump in Telegram. A lot of our mods have been very helpful, and I appreciate all you guys' help. So the more we can help out each other, the better we'll be, the stronger the community will be. And appreciate you guys. Jeff, you got anything to send off?
Again, I want to thank our community. You guys, this is all you, 100% you. And like I said before, we're here to serve you. So you guys let us know what you need, and we're going to do everything we can to provide it. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate it. If not, happy holidays. Thank you so much.
Yeah, everybody have a good rest of the day. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you on the next AMA.
Later. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Mike.
Merry Christmas for sure.